What's up guys, Rangovids and Mango12 bringing you a review of the Death of Ultimate Spider-Man issue 153. Now, for those of you who don't know the backstory or anything, I'm just going to tell you that Spider-Man is now living with Johnny Storm, who is also known as the Human Torch, and he's also living with Bobby Drake, who is Iceman. And they're all living with Aunt May, by the way, so they're all in Aunt May's house. And Gwen is living at the house as well, to your surprise. Let's just get straight into the first panel page thing. So here they're in Sierra or Chiero, and this is a few years back. Obviously people are just like playing in the street, just like normal people. A jeep pulls up, well, probably a paddy wagon or something, I don't know. So you get someone stepping out the car here, and it turns out that it's actually Kingpin, the big man of crime. It's obviously really hot there, because he's sweating down the side of his face. All of the fact that he's like the fattest man on the planet doesn't help him either. And he's making a deal here with somebody about buying an ancient artifact, and so it's quite a hard artifact to find because even the Kingpin can't find it. So he's asking where did you find it and how did you get it? And the dealer replies with that a lot of good people died to get it to the Kingpin, so it's obviously such an important, and loads of people want it, so it's very rare for someone to be able to get it there without people dying. Kingpin hands in the money, and the dealer hands Kingpin the ancient artifact, and Kingpin asks why didn't you use it yourself then? Because the dealer says that it honours the request of its holder, so that means that whatever you want it'll get it for you. So Kingpin asks why didn't he use it himself, and the dealer replies with because everything has a price. So that means that if you want something bad has got to happen for you to get what you want. And so Kingpin just completely ignores what he just said, and he just honours the request of its holder. And so he uses it, and boom. Everything turns to crap. Everything around him everyone dies, everything turns to dust. And this is where Kingpin actually realises. Well, this is the part where I actually realise that this is the first time I've seen Kingpin scared for the first ever. So he breaks down on his knees, realising what sort of power it possesses, and he actually realises that nobody can have this kind of power without causing destruction. So he runs off. So now we're in the present day of New York, and it's Iron Man and Spider-Man. What's happened is Shield has informed Spider-Man that he needs to undergo some superhero training if he wants to carry on fighting crime. So Iron Man is now being a tutor to Spider-Man for his first test, and Iron Man's wearing a new suit of armour. So Iron Man wants Spider-Man to hit him as hard as he can, because Iron Man doesn't actually have a plan on how to train him. So Iron Man's going to use himself as the human metal punching bag. And Tony Stark actually says, my girlfriend made me do this. And Spider-Man's like, wait, you have a girlfriend? And Spider-Man realises that he's probably dating someone called Carol Danvers. And Spider-Man's like, I'm 16 years old, and I even know that's a bad idea. Moving on, Iron Man actually hints at the fact that they all had a vote, the Avengers and Shield and everyone had a vote to whether Spider-Man is a good superhero or a bad superhero. And about 2 people voted that he was a good superhero, including Iron Man, and then the others outvoted Iron Man and the other people. So he was voted a bad superhero, and Tony Stark actually says that it could have been worse because Captain America wanted to have Spider-Man put in jail So that's better. So now we've gone away from Spider-Man and Iron Man, and we've come to the Black Cat. And I didn't know this, but Black Cat has a wig. I didn't know this. I thought that was a natural hair colour, proper white and everything, but apparently it's not in the Ultimates. Whatever. So, Black Cat has actually stolen the Zodiac Key, which is the ancient artifact. So she's stolen the Zodiac Key from Kingpin's vault because he had it locked away, so no one could use it. And Mysterio actually wants this Zodiac Key, so he follows Felicia home and actually wants to. I started stuttering then. Sorry about that. He actually wants to negotiate some sort of like deal between Felicia and Mysterio to be able to get the Zodiac Key for him to use it for himself. And Mysterio says, well, he says that he knows that she only wants the Zodiac Key to get revenge for her father because she thinks that Kingpin killed her father with the Zodiac Key, when really he didn't kill her father with the Zodiac Key. And Felicia actually just wants the Zodiac Key for just because it was Kingpin's, not because she's going to use it for demise or ultimate destruction or for whatever she wants. She's just going to use it for, just because it's Kingpin. She's not going to use it, she just wants it. And so Mysterio points out that where she's living actually used to be Hammerhead's pad, like place, so now it's Felicia's bachelor pad where she can have anything, well, not have anything she wants, but And Mysterio says that you just want it because it was the thing that helped him lord over his empire. So Kingpin actually did lord over his empire because he had the Zodiac Key, and it created the environment that led to Felicia Hardy's death. Why do I keep stuttering? The hell? But Mysterio says that the key doesn't belong to Wilson Fisk anymore, so it wasn't the thing that killed her father. So Mysterio would like it, and Mysterio asks what would Felicia want in return, and she says, "How did you do that with your head? Where it's like see-through and stuff." And he just wants to get straight to the point, like, "What do you want for the key?" And she says, "I want you to go away." And no, Felicia, you just can't. And then, boom. So Felicia now has an idea of the power the Zodiac Key possesses. But luckily, Mysterio is like, this isn't actually Mysterio. The fishbowl head Mysterio is actually sat in his own room, like on the other side of the city probably, with like a full-on face goggles on, controlling this like avatar Mysterio. So this is Mysterio, but it's like one that he controls with his mind. That's why he didn't disappear when Felicia said so. He just sort of reappeared again. So Mysterio's like, you just can't activate the key like that, and Felicia's like, I didn't mean to do it. Like, so she's obviously shocked just by, like, if you got rid of the dialogue, you could tell that she was, very shocked that she just did that. And Mysterio's saying that you don't understand the kind of power you're holding, and this is where Felicia's just like completely baffled by the power. And Mysterio's saying that she could have killed herself, and now she's asking what Mysterio wants with it and what it is and stuff. And he actually says an alien came to the Earth and brought the Zodiac Key and gave it to who he thought the ruler of the Earth was. So yeah, and Felicia's asking how Wilson Fisk actually got hold of it then, and we already know how he got hold of it. He made a deal, didn't he? So, and Mysterio just says that he fancied himself too much. So, and it was something that he wanted because he was the leader. So, Felicia's just saying that she's seen Mysterio on YouTube because Mysterio babbles about, like he brags and posts his rants on YouTube and stuff about life. And he's actually made the FBI's most wanted list. So Mysterio's like pretty surprised by that, and is actually happy that he's made the most wanted list, because that means that he's moving up in the criminal world. So that's good for him, which is stupid as hell. So Felicia's asking what Mysterio actually wants to do with the key, and he just says rearrange things. And he says that he's going to make the world better for everybody, and he's going to make it better for Felicia. And Felicia says, well, if I've got the zodiac key, why don't I just make the world better for myself? And he says because it comes with a price, which is what we already seen at the beginning of the comic. And then we go back to Spider-Man and Iron Man, and Iron Man tells Spider-Man to open his eyes, and ta-da. But this is really stupid. Like, how would Iron Man know if Spider-Man has his eyes closed? Because he's got a mask on, so there's no point doing that. But Spider-Man's obviously like, this is the coolest thing ever in all this. And when we zoom out, it's like 1,000,000 Iron Man armors just like right in this very room. And Spider-Man's very like inspired by all this, and is upset why the other superheroes hate him. And Iron Man tries to reassure Spider-Man by saying, they just think you're a spaz. So, yeah, very reassuring, Iron Man. And then Spider-Man says, well, with great power comes great responsibility. And Iron Man's like, well, yeah, that's a good motto to live by, actually. So, Iron Man and Spider-Man have gone to Jarvis, and Jarvis is just saying, I'm detecting a rather unusual and catalogued energy source surging in the Soho district of the city. Man, I keep stuttering a bit. Why though? It's weird. So, Jarvis is connecting with the records in S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters, and all of a sudden, a massive explosion just like happens in the center of the city, and Jarvis says that it's an alpha level energy surge, and it was live as well, which is even worse. So Iron Man and Spider-Man are on the way to wherever the explosion was, and in the middle of the explosion is just Felicia Hardy just like stood there with a zodiac key. And as you can see, everything's turned to grayscale, and like that was her room, and now it's just like nothing, it's been demolished. And if you just get rid of the dialogue here, you can just tell on Felicia's face that she's like completely like, what have I done? So Mysterio's like, what did you do? You don't know what you're doing. And she says, I only meant to get rid of you. And yeah, okay. So she breaks down into tears, and Mysterio's telling Felicia to give him the zodiac key. So she hands it over to him, and a few seconds after, Iron Man and Spider-Man arrive. And just look at that shot there. Like, just there. Like, wow. That's the reason why I read these comics, just to get shots like that where Iron Man and Spider-Man are just coming in. It's well good. So, Mysterio uses the Zodiac Key for, destruction and evil, as you would presume. And, boom. This isn't the death of Spider-Man yet, so this is like the lead up to the death. The death of Spider-Man actually happens between issues 157 to issues 160, but this is like the run up to it. It's to be continued, and actually liked this comic. I would give it an 8 out of 10 because like the art style is like, this is the best art style I think. I love this art style. So the story isn't like that good at the minute because it's like the run up to his death, whereas when we get into issues 157 it'll be better. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and see you later.